inadequate for being feminine. Look at the white woman. Look at the Asian woman and her femininity. Look at the Arab woman and her femininity. They love being women. They're not trying to be men. They're not trying to compete with them. And yet they maintain their equality to the masculine principle. But with the black woman, because slavery put her in charge and emasculated the black man, and then made her think that her strength was in dominating men, she assumed the identity of this masculine schizoid type of personality that was placed upon her. And that's why when you look at black women on TV, look at the roles y'all play. If you're not an oversexed, thirsty female, they cast you in a masculine, dominant role where you run in the whole house. Nell Carter. Look at the black women on the show. 227. Look at how they kept. Every black woman on TV is thirsty and single. Have y'all noticed? What was the one with Queen Latifah in them? That was 227, right?
Living single.
Living single. Look! Living single. Single as hell. So all I'm saying, black woman, take our femininity back. You all have always been the essence of femininity. The feminine principle was defined by the black woman. The Oshun principle, the Het Haru principle, the Alset principle, the Ma'at principle of African spirituality. Sisters, y'all got to claim that back. Because our girls are growing up and they don't know what to do. Do I be feminine or do I act like my brother? So sisters, y'all got to let them know it's okay to be a lady. Everybody want to be masculine in the black community. That's not going to work. Our whole community is based off what, y'all? The balance of feminine and masculine. Every atom that God created has an equal amount of positive charge and negative charge. And negative don't mean bad. Negative just represents the principle that receives. I want women to understand that. When the Bible says God made Adam, he wasn't talking about a man. He was talking about God made the Adam, A-T-O-M, and brought into existence the masculine and feminine principle. Our whole culture is based on the complementarity of what? Opposites. So when the feminine principle wants to be the masculine, and when the masculine wants to be the feminine, we run into situations. Having said that, black man, I want to say we got to get our job together though. Because I know the white man got us, and most of us are unemployed and can't find a job, and I know child support beating some of y'all down, and I understand all that. But black man, we can still do a little better than what we're doing. We can still be a little bit more responsible. We can still be a little bit more patient. We can still be a little bit more accountable with the women we date and lay down with. White racism is one thing, but black women need black men. And they need us to be men in the purest sense of the word. Because I get brothers who email me and text me all day long, Dr. Umar, don't you think the white man should get out of our business? I mean, if it wasn't for welfare, if it wasn't for food stamps, if it wasn't for WIC, if it wasn't for subsidized child care, if it wasn't for Section 8, if it wasn't for Obamacare, our women would have to come through us for their needs, like the women of every other community. The Asian woman goes through the Asian man. The white woman goes through the white man, feminine and all. Only the black woman does not have to consult with her man when she makes her decisions. It's the only community that's like this, dysfunctional. I didn't say dependent on no man, black woman. I said consult. Decisions made in a collaborative manner, okay? But black man, let me ask you a question. When we say, get the white man out of our family life, let our women come to us, let us be the provider, are we ready for that responsibility, given the fact that the black woman has had it for over 200 years? See, I'm saying, brother, this is rhetorical. Don't answer out loud, because you might not tell the truth. But what I'm saying is, stay with me. If the white man showed up in Philadelphia tomorrow and said, you know what, I'm tired of you Negroes talking about white racism. We cutting your woman off Section 8, Obamacare, WIC, subsidized daycare, food stamps, all of that. You got it. Y'all want us out your life? White man gone. It's just you and your queen now. Brothers, are we ready for that? Are we ready for that? Because don't get me wrong, I know the black woman can have a little bit of an issue giving some authority to the black man. I know that. Because she's comfortable in her role of being in control. That's how the white man set it up. But there's some black women who want to give that back. There's some black women who say, listen, I've been doing this long enough, I don't mind giving you your piece. But before she gives you your piece, she got to know you can handle it. That you ain't going to quit, cut, and run. Because black men, we have always had the prerogative to quit, cut, and run. And so I don't mind a black woman being a little reluctant to pass off that obligation because she got to know you man enough to hold it down. But sister, when you find him, black woman, you got to know that he's a man. Because a real man ain't going to let you not give him none of the control. Not a real man. I know because I do couples therapy. And guess what's one of the biggest issues in couple therapy right now? Good black man, good black woman. But the woman been in charge so much. Now she got a real man in the house. She don't know how to share the power. And so now they clashing because she never had to consult no man to make a decision. And now there's a real man in the house paying the bills, raising kids that ain't even his, and he don't mind it. But Doc, if my wife don't make some changes, if she don't stop trying to be my master, I'm going to have to leave her. I deal with it in therapy. I'm giving it to you real. So ladies, I'm just saying, be careful what you ask for. Because that man you say you want might just show up on you. Can you handle it? Now I'm going to give my parents some pointers for special ed. And then we're going to get to Obama. Independent educational evaluation. Number 2, if your child is in special ed and you want them out, you call an IEP meeting and you demand that your child be exited immediately. They cannot hold them, especially the state of Pennsylvania. They cannot hold your child in special ed against your will in Pennsylvania. Number 3, your child is in special ed and they've been suspended more than 10 days. If your child is in special ed, which means they have an IEP, if they've been suspended more than 10 total days in the school year, the school district is at fault. They are in violation of the law because special ed law does not allow a child with an IEP to be removed from school for more than 10 days. So if you tell me, Dr. Umar, my son been suspended 15 days, we're going to get your son a private school education. We're going to call an IEP meeting. We're going to say the school district of Philadelphia cannot properly meet the needs of my son. Why do you say that? Because they keep suspending my boy, so obviously they cannot teach him, so they need to pay for him to go to a private school. And under special ed law, if you can prove the school has not taught your child, they got to pay for him to go to the special ed school. Door-to-door service, $20,000 a year school. I help parents do it every year, but you got to have your paperwork. Whenever your child gets suspended, parents, special and regular, I want you to write it down. Put it in your phone. Every cell phone got a notepad. Write it down. He got suspended today. He got suspended tomorrow. Keep them dates. Why? Because the principal is not documenting all the days he's suspending your child. In fact, the principal is real slick. He calls you up and say, hey, Miss Flora, how you doing? Raheem having a bad day, but guess what? I'm not going to suspend him if you just come on up and get him an early dismissal. And you say, oh my God, my son principal is so good. He never suspended him. He just let me come get him early. Do you know why he's doing that? Because he knows he can't go past 10. So he manipulates you into an early dismissal so he never goes past 10. No, let him go past 10. Then you can force the private school. My next point. Make sure your child is not spending more time in special ed than they need. If your child is in Philadelphia schools, or any inner city for that matter, they put our kids in special ed, they put them in special ed all day. Listen to me, no child should be in special ed all day. What child should be in special ed all day? Blind kids, deaf kids, severe and profound retardation, severe and profound autism, severe mental illness, they need special ed all day. I cannot see. I got to be in a special program all day because I can't see at all. And I'm just being real. Have you studied the history of the Quakers? They've been lying to you in public school. They told you that the Quakers was against slavery. They lied to you. There were some groups of Quakers who were against slavery. Most Quakers were pro-slavery. And the ones who was against slavery wasn't against slavery for benevolent reasons. They was against slavery because they wanted to stop the amount of black folk who was coming into Philadelphia. They didn't want the number of black folk to overwhelm the number of white folk. They wasn't against slavery because they thought that you was a human. It was because too many of them Negroes are starting to come up in the city and it's overtaking the white population. Okay? Where was I? I had an ADHD moment. Say again. Levels of special ed. Part-time special ed, full-time special ed, itinerant. Itinerant is the best special ed. This is when your child gets pulled out their regular class for maybe 1 or 2 periods a week. That's the best special ed. It's a small amount. Then we go part-time. Now we're getting into troublesome territory. Because part-time means your child is in special ed with special kids and a special teacher for half the week. That might be too much time. And then we go to full-time, which I know we got a problem. If you're telling me your son is in special ed all day for a learning disability, they're breaking the damn law. He in special ed all day for ADHD, they breaking the law. He in special ed all day for mild autism, they breaking the law. He in special ed at all for speech and language impairment. I know they're breaking the law because when you get a speech and language impairment, you don't go to the special class. Even though speech and language impairment is special ed, you get speech therapy. You don't go to no class. But if they know your mother or father ain't going to fight for you, speak up for you, check on you, we'll do whatever we want with you. And why do they put black kids in special ed? Because they get paid for it. Special ed is a check. Special ed is an economic stimulus package. Special ed is a hustle. That's right. Well, they don't want me to take them out of special ed. I'm sure they don't. They get $9,000 extra for him being in there. You think they want to lose that money? And they get that $9,000 extra every year your child is in special ed. So let me break it down to you. Your son is in the 2nd grade. Philadelphia. He just got diagnosed with a learning disability, which you should never let happen in the first place. Why does Dr. Umar say you should never let your child get tested for a learning disability? Because the learning disability is not a fact. The learning disability is not a fact. The learning disability is my opinion as the evaluating psychologist. I want y'all parents to get this. Because y'all keep on thinking that when you sign that paper and the psychologist takes your child and we put them in that office, and you better make sure you check it in that office. Because you don't know what the hell they're doing with your baby in that office. Okay? I'm being real. You won't see all these teachers going to jail for messing with the kids in the school. One teacher just had a baby with a 7th grader, 8th grade boy. They off the hook. And that's why in my school, all the teachers going to get a psychological eval once a year. Because you might have went crazy over summer break. Anyway, okay? I'm just keeping it real. Understand? Because the first time I had one incident, y'all going to start talking about me and my school. So I got to make sure I don't let nothing happen up in that school. But stay with me. I bring your child into my office. I give him an IQ test. I give him achievement test. I give him a visual motor test, emotional screening, psychological battery. All the tests give me, parents, are numbers. I get numbers. I only get numbers. Parents, I get a number. I have to look at the number and then I decide based on the number that I think I don't know nothing. I think I don't know nothing. I think Raheem might have a learning disability based on his score profile. Are y'all listening to me? Because when you come to me and say, Dr. Johnson, my son has a math disability. No, boo-boo, you just told me what some white person told you. That's all you're telling me. Which is why at the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a meeting with all the special ed kids on the first day of school. I'm I'm gonna put them in the auditorium just like this. I'm gonna say, you are my slow kids. You're the ones whose parents have bought into some white person's opinion that you can't read, you can't write, you can't sit still, you can't behave, and because you have a problem, I'm going to give you some extra help. So until you can sit still, until you can pay attention, until you can read, until you can count, and until you can write, y'all going to come to school on Saturday and Sunday too, from 8 in the morning to 8 at night, so you can get all your extra help. Who wants to bet that after 30 days, I won't have an ADHD kid in my school, I won't have a reading disabled child, I won't have nobody on no medicine, I won't have a math disability, because I won't let your child play me like they played you. Look, 85% of the black kids I test, even the white kids, even the Latino kids, even the Asian and Arab kids, because I test all kids, but I specialize in ours, 85% of them, their problem is laziness. They can learn. They just don't feel like it. And my mommy and daddy ain't gonna make me. That's right. It's a lazy disability. That's all it is. That's why I want your kids to come to my school and stay with me, because I'm going to control the whole thing. I'm going to have you pushing up the ground all day if you fail a test. And no, you can't call your mother, because all she's going to do is come down here and take you out. I cut the phone line. I can't wait to get them little boys on my campus, especially them dubs. Oh, they are. I can't wait to get them in here. Get in here! And the school gonna be 80% raw and vegan.
Oh, wow.
No sugar. Now, some of y'all was a little mixed on that. They're like, damn, no sweets. Okay? But 80% raw vegan. No sugar, no caffeine, no high fructose corn syrup. Which means I got to work on myself, because the ginger ale a day keep me going. Okay? And a pint of Haagen-Dazs rum raisin a Saturday with my favorite Fred Krueger movie get me through. So I got to work on myself. But we want to be raw and vegan because our kids need that wholesome diet so they can function. I didn't say it's going to be all vegan, because I do need some meat once in a while. I know some of y'all do it without meat. I respect you for that, but that ain't meat. Once in a while, I need some meat. I can't eat grass forever. I can't do it. Now, for those of you who want to work at the school, send me your resume. We've gotten over 800, but I need more. Because we want to have more than one Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we need hundreds of them. We need one everywhere our children are. So if you would like to work at the school, send me your resume. fdmgresumes@gmail.com. If you haven't graduated from college yet, that's okay. Send your resume. On the resume, put your expected date of graduation. May 2018. Put it on there so I know when you come through. Okay? Now, yes, we need math teachers and reading teachers. We need language teachers. We need histories and civics. Yes, we do. But I also need people who know how to cut hair. I need some barbers in there to teach the boys how to cut hair, because the older boys are going to cut the younger boys. That's how it was when I went to high school. Any of y'all ever heard of Scotland School for Veterans Children? Yeah. Up in Chambersburg, PA? It's closed now. I went to school there. I graduated, class of 92. Email is FDMG, Fred Douglass Marcus Garvey. FDMG resumes with an S. RESUMES at gmail.com. Okay? I need barbers. I need ladies who can do hair. Natural hair. I'm not picking on my sisters. Y'all look good. How y'all are? But at my school is going to be a happy to be nappy institution. once we open the Fred Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy, we're going to open up the Anna Douglas and Amy Garvey Academy for the young ladies. And so it's going to be a happy to be nappy institution, which means every girl must come to the school natural. And if you forget to cut the perm off, I'm going to cut it off myself because I'm a car. Okay? Okay? I'm not picking on my ladies here. I'm saying that we want to raise your daughter with a different mindset. Are y'all following me?
Right.
I'm not judging y'all. Okay? I'm not judging y'all. Ladies, do what you got to do. But the next generation, we want them natural. Some of them might have a close cut like mine. Some might have twisty. Some might have a blowout. Some might have a baby fro. Locks, mini twisties. But it got to be hers and it got to be natural. She might want a shag. And I will allow Jerry curls, but only for the first 30 days. But yes, I need some sisters who can do natural hair. I need some farmers. I need some hydroponics people. I need art teachers. I need people who can play instruments because we're going to have a drum line. We're going to have our own band. So I need folks who got that type of gift. We're going to have the dramatic arts. We're going to have performing arts. We're going to have the drama club. I need people who are real good at making music because we're going to have a state-of-the-art music facility. Our children who are musically inclined, they will be allowed to indulge their rap and their R&B and their gospel, but it must be revolutionary Pan-Africanist information. Okay? I need secretaries, I need nurses, I need counselors, I need house parents to live with the children in the dormitories. I need security guards. Okay? Because everywhere I go, I'm going to have security in Virginia. But send me your resume. There's a place for all of you there as long as you meet the credentials. Okay? So send me your resume. Include a cover letter. How you feel you can contribute to the school. I need to know that. Okay? Tell me something about yourself. Okay? If you got something hiding in your criminal record, let me know up front before I find it out. Then I got the exposure on Facebook. Okay? So be honest. All right? If you haven't made a donation to the school, please go to GoFundMe.com/Dr. Umar. GoFundMe.com/DRUMAR and make a donation. All right? We've raised almost $60,000 on GoFundMe right now. We've raised about $275,000 with the mail-in donations that we got. So we at about $300,000 right now, but we got to get up to $2 million. So I need y'all to donate a little bit more and a little bit more often. Because I'm getting tired of people sending me a text talking about, I made a donation. What you mean you made a donation? We're not done. You made a donation. He gave me $5 talking about I struggle. Whatever you give other people, you should give to me. Ladies, if you spend $200 to get your hair done a month, our boys should get $100 to the school. Fellas, if you get your new pair of Air Jordans once a month for $130, the school should get at least 70, and everybody else. Because we've been putting the Asian kids through school for years. Your Chinese store money, your candy apple blunt money. Let's be real. My blunt brothers, how many kids y'all done put through college for the Chinese? Off of blunts, quarter waters, Lucy, 3 weeks, salt, pepper, ketchup. And then you get the wing and it don't even look like a wing